The BioResort trial is an all-comer trial that was performed in the light of previous studies with biodegradable polymer-coated stents that had pretty thick struts and were compared with modern thin strut durable polymer stents. And when we designed the BioResort trial, novel, very thin or ultra-thin strut biodegradable polymer stents had become available, and we wanted to compare them with a reference device, an established durable polymer drug-eluting stent with thin struts to have a more fair comparison. Because of the theoretical advantage of biodegradable polymer stents, that they, on the long run, may have an advantage because they leave, after polymer degradation, only a bare metal stent in the vessel wall. And that could reduce or eliminate the risk on the long run of hypersensitivity reaction, may reduce the incidence of neointima formation and neoatherosclerosis, I should say. BioResort trial is a three-arm study, which is quite unique. It's not the only one, but there are only few stent trials with such a three-arm design. 1:1:1 randomization of 3,514 all-comer patients. And these were really complex all-comers. We talk about 70% ACS patients. More than 50% had an acute myocardial infarction at enrollment. The lesions, as you may expect, were complex in the majority of cases. We had 20% severely calcified lesions, and post-dilatation was performed in 75% of all lesions being treated. Here at CRT, I present 3-year data. As you know, the 1-year data have been reported and published, where we showed, where we demonstrated actually the non-inferiority of the Ozarian synergy as compared to the resolute integrity stent with regards to the primary endpoint. And the 2-year data have also been reported, showing a slight but statistically significant advantage in target lesion revascularization for Ozira as compared to resolute integrity. And now we present the 3-year data here at CRT, and obviously it's interesting because of the differences in polymer type, distribution, degradation of the two biodegradable polymer stents. And it's also the first year in which the Ozira stent is greatly free from its biodegradable polymer. So these data were of interest, and you want me to share the data? So the Ozira stent had a target vessel failure rate of 8.5%, synergy 8.8%, and resolute integrity 10%. So there was no statistically significant difference, a small numeric difference, but that did not reach statistical significance. We can, considering the complexity of the patient population study, we can certainly give a positive signal of safety and efficacy for all three devices with similar outcomes. Also, the stent thrombosis rate was low, definite stent thrombosis rates of 0.7% and 0.5% for these stents, definite or probable stent thrombosis rates of 0.9, 1.1, so around 1% at 3 years. That's pretty safe and or very safe, and that's something the operators can take home. Each of the devices is safe and efficacious, and there may be personal preferences, availability of stents. Some may like the ultra-thin strut design, for instance, in tortuous vessels or small vessels. Others may prefer the visibility of the stent, for instance, in calcified lesions or bifurcations. And obviously, for the resolute integrity stent, there is a huge amount of data of safety and efficacy that may also convince others to use this stent. There is, from 1 to 2 years, this slight but significant advantage in terms of target lesion revascularization rate for the Overijssel stent as compared to the resolute integrity stent. But this is really a slight difference, and we should not overestimate such secondary endpoints or landmark analysis, actually, because the study is not powered for that. But it's an interesting signal. We should look for more data and check that. And obviously, a longer-term follow-up is important. The study has a 5-year follow-up, and we are eagerly awaiting these data to see whether one of these tests may show an advantage on the long run.